This is our new camera. It comes with the SSD reader, lens built in. All you need to do is add your screen. You're pretty much good to go. So if you follow me on social media, you may have noticed that I teased a receipt from RED that I bought something. Well, it wasn't a camera. No, it was actually the RED Sidewinder. It's just their multi-tool. But I did go down to California that next day to go pick up the Sidewinder, but also to check out cameras. So we stopped by RED store in Hollywood and got a couple of accessories, but more importantly, I went to Sammy's DV and Edit right by the airport, and I picked up a brand new camera. I spent a ton of time there looking at all the options. They had Aries, Blackmagic, Canon, anything you could ever want. Very expensive, huge dream cameras. We picked up one of them, so let's check it out. So this is what we got. This big box right here. But that's not all. Because I acted now, they threw in this. So we got a case for this camera. So let's go ahead and open it up. It's actually a Pelican case. I never got a case for this camera right here. For the Panasonic G4, I did get a case for. I just haven't been able to have good luck finding a case that's the right size. And luckily enough, the people at Sammy's told me which case would be perfect. And, well, they gave it to me for free. So, yeah, that's nice. Neat thing about this is that it comes with wheels. How about that? We got wheels to take us on the airplane. Yeah, there we go. Got a case. It's not what you're here for. It's not what I'm here for. As you can tell by the title of this video, it's a RED. Yeah. So I picked up a RED. Now they're ridiculously expensive, and this is complete overkill for any YouTube video. But I'm into filmmaking. We make a couple of movies, and I feel like a RED would be a good addition. Now, I've used a RED before, and I love it. So that's kind of why I got this. It is a RED Scarlet. Now, this is not the highest end RED you can possibly get, and it's nowhere new, but it's a RED. It's 4K, all that sort of stuff. So, it's still going to get us by. It's no 8K, but it's a RED, you know? So, my package I got at Sammy's was actually a lot of accessories. So, we have a lens mount. And all this is completely brand new, by the way. Even the camera, which is kind of old, it's still brand new. We got our SSD side module right here. We've got a battery belt clip. We've got a power cable. We've got our side handle. Our RED station for the SSD reader. 7-inch screen. And the RED Scarlet-X. So technically this does shoot 5K, but not really. That's another video. Let me know what you want to know about this camera. But for what we're doing, we'll be shooting 4K for the most part. Inside of here, we got our RED sticker. Hey, that's cool. And it looks like we've also got a 120 gigabyte mini mag, as well as our tools and the camera itself. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's all that's in the box, really. It's got the lens mount and the SSD reader pre-installed. And lots of padding. And if you're not familiar with the RED, they're crazy. The raw workflow is just absolutely amazing. And you can change everything after the fact. Now, if you've never used a cinema camera, or if you have, throw all that out the window, because this is a completely different type of camera. You have to use modules and attachments in order to get anything to work. So That's why you have a ton of accessories right here, because you have to have a lot of different parts and pieces to work with this camera. Now, the brain itself is not functional. You can't do anything with the camera. You have to have a battery, you have to have a lens mount, SSD reader. You can get a handle if you want. You need a screen, you need storage. So most cinema cameras like this one right here, it came with everything except the SD card. But this, you have to get everything. If you know RED, they're not cheap. RED and Wooden Camera are pretty much the only people that make accessories, and they are expensive. I'll show you something in a little bit. It's a top handle quick release plate, and that costs around $75 just for a 50mm piece of metal. So here we got our tool and our front lens cap. That's already installed. Looking in here, we've got our belt clip for the charger. There's a ton of different ways you can power this camera. None of them are cheap. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet, but for now I don't have a battery or a lens. I do have a lens, but it's from the Canon T3i that I got from 5 years ago. We got our side panel, which is right there, which is already pre-installed. So far, we got nothing in these boxes. Power cable, which I will need because I don't have a battery. We've got this interesting looking thing. This is the side handle. This is only on DSMC first generation cameras, but I'm a big fan of it. It just attaches right here on the side, and you can control any function, reprogram any of the buttons. So I'm a big fan of that. That's pretty cool. Right in this box, we should have our SSD reader, and we got our warranty card. We've got our mini mag station right here, and we've got all of the cables and everything that you need. That's a lot of cables right there to get this up and running. And then finally, we've got our screen. This is the most important part. I got the 7-inch one. We got our cable, an arm, a bag, a couple of bags that these were in, and our 7-inch screen right there. Yeah, this is not the touchscreen model, unfortunately. That's why I need this handle, but I didn't want to spend $2,000 on that. But there you go. We got all of our accessories that came with this. Now, like I said, I did go to RED and I picked up a couple of other things. Got an XLR cable, this $75 piece of metal that goes on the top of the camera. Stopped by Wooden Camera, got a quick release plate, or a hot shoe mountain rather. Got a handle, and got the lens right here. And then I also picked up the Sidewinder. So yeah, there we go. We got our RED right here. And that's kind of all I can do for this video because I don't have any of the accessories. Now, like I said, this is not really a camera you should ever pick up. It's incredibly expensive and just overkill for YouTube and anything like that. Now, this camera's not cheap. When it launched, it retailed for $17,000, plus I got another $2,000 or $3,000 worth of accessories. So for around $20,000, this is not an ideal solution for any YouTuber, especially if you're starting up. But if you're doing filmmaking, this is a good camera. It's not the newest, but like I said, it'll work. It's 4K, and for the year it was launched, it's pretty modern for today as well. So I like it. I'm excited to get started. If you have any questions or want to know anything else about the camera, let me know in the comment section below. We can make a video, and I'll see you in the next one.